How do I get building ideas? You probably clicked on this video because you want that question answered. And luckily for you, I have about 5 years of experience building inside this game, so I think you can trust me when I say that these are the top 5 best ways to find building ideas or inspiration for your Minecraft worlds. Now, starting strong, if you've never heard of Pinterest, it's a website where anybody can post pictures of pretty much anything, and that's why it's quite literally perfect for finding inspiration or building ideas. If you can set up your profile properly, then this website is basically an infinite idea machine. All you need to do is search Minecraft house, and bang, just like that, you have up to millions of types of builds that you could use as inspiration. What's even better is after you searched up Minecraft house, let's say 1,000 times, the app is going to realize that you really like Minecraft houses. And next thing you know, your homepage is going to be filled with quote-unquote Minecraft houses. This is really useful because now you don't even need to search up anything, and Pinterest can basically just feed you infinite amounts of ideas. So I'm editing this and I just realized this sounds a lot like a sponsor, so just to make it clear, this is not sponsored. I just really like Pinterest. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, if you want good building ideas, Pinterest is probably your best option. The only small problem I have with it is when you first make your account, you're probably gonna have to search for like everything until eventually the app is gonna recognize that you like certain things and it's basically just gonna give you that. I use Pinterest basically every day now, so my homepage just feeds me exactly what I want most of the time. But if you're just using Pinterest for the first time, it might take a little bit of time before the app recognizes what you like. Although when you do, trust me, you won't be disappointed. And I even found recently that there are a lot of high quality drawings or concept art for games like Assassin's Creed, for example. And even though you can't copy these block for block because it's not Minecraft, you can still take a lot of inspiration and bring these drawings into your Minecraft world. Like I did with this picture of a sort of cyberpunk medieval house with a blue roof. So if you want a simple way to get general ideas for your builds and you don't mind spending a bit of time setting it up, then Pinterest is quite literally perfect for you. If you don't believe me, then just look at this. I found 3 pictures in about 5 minutes, loaded up Minecraft, and then I took ideas from all of them, and what I created was a really nice medieval house in my opinion. This is just an example, but you can find pictures for pretty much anything and take inspiration from all of them. So there you go. If you want building ideas, then just get Pinterest and you're all good. Well, kinda. See, Pinterest is absolutely amazing, but it does have one problem, and that is that it can get a little repetitive. And well, the video would be really short if I cut it off here. So for the times when Pinterest isn't Pinteresting, what I like to do is go on YouTube where I'm following a couple of really good Minecraft builders that I really like, and then I can relax and watch YouTube videos while getting a ton of ideas at the same time. After all, these people's job is literally to be creative, and that's perfect for somebody like me and you that just wants inspiration. Another great thing is you get to watch YouTube videos and get ideas at the same time. And I mean, realistically, who doesn't want to do that? So if that's not good enough, then I don't know what is. Also, if you're curious, a couple of the content creators I would recommend are people like Green, BOO, Fwip, Jericraft, Shovel241, and more. I'll leave a link to all their channels in the description, so definitely go check them out because they're all absolutely amazing. I personally watch way too much YouTube in my free time, so even if I'm not looking for it, I just randomly get ideas and write them down, while doing what I would be doing even if I wasn't looking for inspiration. Also, a lot of Minecraft builders on YouTube have an Instagram account. Now, I'll be honest, this is not my favorite because I just think Pinterest is better. But if you don't like Pinterest, then you can find most of the same stuff on Instagram. In my opinion, Instagram and Pinterest are pretty much the same thing. I prefer Pinterest, but that's up for you to choose. Now, I can't tell you what YouTube is because you're literally watching a YouTube video right now. But as an example, I was really inspired by Fripp's custom birch forest, so I decided that I wanted to build my own and put a twist on it. I ended up building this small village in a custom forest I built, and if it wasn't for that video, I wouldn't have built this entire thing. And I would have about 30 hours of my life back. But it looks cool. Okay, now I gave you 2 ways of finding good building ideas online, but sometimes, even though some of you might not like this, including me most of the time, just going outside for a walk can actually inspire you a lot. In other words, go touch some grass. If you just pay a little bit of attention to the things around you, you might actually find inspiration for things you want to build. For example, if you take a look at the trees in your area, I guarantee you're gonna have a way better idea of how to build a custom tree in Minecraft than you did before. And it's the same for any kind of building. You'll probably notice that most houses have a similar shape, or maybe you found a house that had a cool chimney that you want to recreate, or maybe you just wasted your time outside because you didn't find anything interesting. But at least you took a break, and maybe then by the time you come back, that time spent doing something else is going to give you the inspiration you need. Talking about breaks though, you don't have to spend every waking hour playing Minecraft. I personally play a bunch of different games, and to be honest, sometimes the time spent playing something else just makes me want to play Minecraft even more and start a new project or a new build. So don't be afraid to take breaks. Everyone these days says you you need to go and never stop, but if I can be real with you, taking breaks is fine. It's even good. But now, let's be honest, going outside, it's not the best. So let's talk about something else. Now, this trick I found more recently, and it actually helped me out a lot. What I'm talking about is playing in creative mode. If you're anything like me, playing survival is probably your thing. Personally, for the last 5 years, I've been playing for 95% of the time in survival, and not creative. I always had a random creative world for testing things, but survival was always my main thing. It's until about a month or two ago when I started spending 30 minutes to an hour on a creative world every day that I actually realized how useful and fun it can be. If you like building, then I would highly recommend making a creative world. Not only can you find a bunch of new blocks to use, like lodestones for example, that are just way too expensive in survival, but being able to do whatever you want is gonna help you get those building ideas and that inspiration. And if you don't know what to do or build, then what you need to do is just start. Now, it's easier said than done, but every artist's biggest fear is a blank canvas. Usually starting is the hardest part. So when you don't know what to build, find some cool looking blocks and just start building something. Or maybe that's not good enough for you. So in that case, I would do this. This is usually what I like to do when starting out a new build. I grab some random concrete blocks, and with those I like to outline a shape. Not anything in particular, just random shapes. Use squares, circles, and triangles and just try to put them together. And by circle I mean this, because obviously this game is made of squares. But after that, you can pick some blocks and start filling in the frame. This way of building I really like because you can really use any block you want. Once you have a shape, the blocks don't really have to make sense. You can try new things, and if it doesn't work, you'll still have the general shape and you can start over with new blocks. Now, I'll be honest, I could make a whole video about how good creative is. So if you want to see that, let me know down in the comments, because ever since I started playing more creative, my building has been getting better and better every day. But that's gonna be for another day. So last but not least, for the 5th way I like to get my building ideas is use your imagination. And yeah, I know it sounds pretty bad, but just stick with me here. Take this for example. This is a big plains biome, or maybe it could be a farming village with a bunch of fields, or it could be a small city, or maybe you found a massive cave. Well, why not transform that into an underground village with pathways to get around the entire cave? Obviously, as you build more and more, you're gonna start to figure out what goes well where, but even just looking at this village, think to yourself, how could I make this village better? Maybe if the path worked a little better, and maybe you can change some of those houses too. Basically, just look at the buildings and terrain in the regular Minecraft world and try to turn that into something cool. I think we all have memories of drawing as kids when we couldn't even draw inside the lines. In my opinion, Minecraft is like drawing or even painting. Minecraft is an art form, so that means we can treat it like one. As a kid, when you didn't know what to draw, how did you come up with an idea? Personally, I just started by drawing random shapes, and going back to earlier, I do this in Minecraft today. I build out random shapes and it turns into something eventually. Whether it's good or bad is another thing. At the end of the day, I think we all have different ways of thinking, and if you dig deep inside your mind, I guarantee you're gonna find something that can inspire you to build something great. Sometimes you just have to think outside the box and try something different. When you try new things, you're gonna find you're gonna come up with a lot of good ideas. Sure, some ideas might be bad, but it doesn't hurt to try. And now, for all of you that watched to the end of the video, I have a bonus trick, and that trick is to have fun. It feels like for the longest time now, I've been taking building so seriously and stopping myself from trying new things, just because I wasn't used to it. But it's when I stepped out of my comfort zone and started using new colors and shape that I really fell in love with building again. In the end, Minecraft is just a video game, that's all it is. All it is blocks. So if I could give you one final tip, I would say just have fun with it. To give you an example, I found that medieval houses with blue roofs look really nice in my opinion, but none of the blocks I was used to using in my builds were the color of blue that I wanted. So I decided to just go for it and use blue wool and concrete. And even though this isn't my best build, I still love it more than the others. And that's just because I tried something different, and I think I made it work pretty well. Or maybe even just using new colors for a pop of, well, color in your builds. I recently really like the nether woods. I use the warped wood type a lot, and I've been working on using crimson wood a little bit more. Unfortunately, I still can't get cherry wood to work yet, but I'll get there someday. When you add these different colors, it really gives the build life in my opinion. Some of you might not like this more cartoon look, but in my opinion, adding these pops of colors to your builds can really make a difference and make them more interesting to look at. It also gives you a challenge because some of the blocks are really hard to work into a build sometimes. But I hope this video was helpful and helped you find at least one good way of finding building ideas for your Minecraft world. I just wanted to let you know that I'll be making a lot of videos similar to this one, so if you want to get a variety of building advice and tricks every once in a while, consider subscribing. It would really help a lot since this is a new channel, so thank you. And with that, thank you for watching, consider leaving a like if you're still here, and have a good day.